better time to introduce our special guest today, Mr. Worship. Mr. Worship is an expert on worship. He knows how we best can worship God and community during these tough times that we're in now. And I'm going to be recording our interview over the next couple of weeks. We're going to have some interview sessions with him to learn a little bit more about this. So, Mr. Worship, would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, thanks for having me. Well, I used to spend my days going to worship in a church building, but recently I found you could pretty much worship anywhere you want. I grew up in the church, attending regularly, but I noticed worship was becoming more of an event. Then COVID-19 pandemic happened and, well, everything changed.
Wait, I think I need to understand that. What do you mean worship was becoming an event? What should worship be in our lives?
Well, in recent years, I've seen churches competing for, the best music, the fanciest graphics, the perfect words, lights and smoke. Worship is not really about that to me. Good music helps us connect. Words from the heart help us to know each other. And learning to put our lives into God's hands should be a lifestyle, not just like a one-time-a-week event.
Now I know you've spoken to our worship team that represents different ages in our church and different groups throughout our church. In fact, I just grew that worship team this year so that we could do some of this work. What are they recommending to make worship more of a lifestyle, even though we're in a pandemic year?
That worship team has been working really hard, and they've devised this twofold plan. Quality live worship online each week that's interactive, and this is the exciting part, in-person community worship.
Wait. I just told the church last week that we couldn't have in-person traditional worship.
I know, but this is different. Community worship is familiar and new at the same time. People will sign up for a time. 15 people or less will gather in the celebration room of our church or sanctuary. And all will be physically distanced and wearing masks, having 2 chairs at big round tables and separated from each other. We'll practice prayer, communion, receive messages, listen to music, and be a community together. We will help people experience worship as a lifestyle, grounding them in God and teachings that Jesus has shared with us that send them out into their week.
That's great. So how are people going to sign up for this new form of in-person worship so we know how many people and we don't have too many people show up when we can only allow a certain number?
Well, they should watch next week for instructions on how to sign up on the weekly updates. And if they aren't getting the weekly updates, they can sign up at this fancy website on the screen, shilohbillings.church/weekly updates, by watching worship online or by calling the office after September 1st. Those are all the places they can find out what's going on.
Well, thanks, Mr. Worship. Can I ask you back next week to talk about how to sign up and our online worship too?
Yeah, I hear you have some exciting ways that we will be doing online worship new and different too, and I can't wait to tell people how they can sign up.
Thanks for joining us today. We're glad to have Mr. Worship, and we hope you have a great day.